is up, team? 82 to 55. St. John's is up at Seton Hall in Walsh Gymnasium by 27 points in a game they've dominated from start to finish. A completely soul-crushing performance by our beloved Johnnies. And we're taking it to Seton Hall at their gym in what is got to be, so overdue. We owe these fuckers big time. All right, and this team needed it. The fans sure as hell needed it. The coaches needed it. And hopefully this is a springboard of what will be a successful second half of the season. All right, sure as hell is a positive step in the right direction. But it by no means puts us to where we need to be. It puts us in a place where we can hopefully get to where we got to be. All right, and we're just watching Aaron Wheeler continue to have a hell of a game and just a hell of a stretch of play. And I'm eating crow. Definitely didn't think he'd be performing this well, especially so in crunch times, games like this against serious Big East opponents. And he's been, was one of the lone bright spots in the past couple games when we were losing. And tonight in this win, he's done just the same thing. I mean, attacking the glass, hitting threes, being physical. It's the inside play. Just missed a corner three. Maybe he's feeling himself a little bit. It's all right, kid. Do that right now. But we need you banging the glass, protecting the rim like you have been, bringing that toughness. All right, I mentioned it earlier in the season when he had a big game all of a sudden randomly. Then he went back in the hole for a little while, but it reminded me a little bit of Sean Evans and what Sean Evans did for that Steve Lavin first-year team. Really unhinged that bench and gave us some much-needed depth in the front court and another added dimension. And Wheeler's doing that for us in a whole different way. It's better than what Sean Evans did currently, but it's really changed the dynamic of our team, giving us more length, more size when he's hitting threes, more pop on the perimeter, more versatile in the press tonight. Fans have been asking for the pressure. We saw the pressure full tilt. I mean, tonight was 40 minutes of hell. All right, that's exactly what we envisioned when we think of 40 minutes of hell. And he got 10 guys, so coach seems like maybe he's starting to feel comfortable using all 10 of them. I know I've been a proponent for short of a 10-man rotation for sure. But if you're going to pressure the ball like that and play up-tempo like that for 40 minutes, you do need two at every position. You really do, at least for a few breathers during a game. And I'm not saying that's the right way to do it. I wouldn't be my preference for an everyday type of style. But if you're going to play full tilt 40 minutes of hell, you got to have a guy backing up each position. And if Smith and Coburn, Smith didn't have a good game tonight, but if Coburn, who shot the ball real well, played good defense, was tough. Mathis hit a couple threes. It's another thing that really helps in the grand scheme of a blowout like this. But if Mathis, Coburn, Wusu, Posh, Smith, Pinzone, maybe it'll be one of the Smith, Pinzone too. But if you can get those four guys really ramped up playing defense 40 minutes, you can hide a lot of your warts offensively. And tonight, we were able to do both things. Play tough defense full court, and we were able to hit enough perimeter shots to get us to lead in the first half and carry us home in the second half. Champ finally got going. Posh was an absolute monster on the boards all game. I don't know. I'm not looking at the box score right now, but I know he had six. I think he had 6 offensive rebounds at one point, which is insane. But it's not that surprising when you think of what Posh Alexander has been doing on the offensive glass. He, the smallest guy in the court, dominated the paint in the first half, really set the tone physically, and gave us a spark off the bench. And I know people are we're waiting to kill coach for that decision. And I myself was questioning, why isn't Posh starting? And if you're going to get creative, why would it be Posh who loses the starting spot? Now, there could be a multitude of reasons why he did it. All we got to worry about is that it freaking worked, okay? He gets paid millions of dollars to make decisions. We can criticize him when it's bad. When things work out, we better be there to tell him, "Hey, good job." All right. And this, whatever it was, the size in the starting lineup and the quickness in the bench group, keeping that pressure up when they came in, really worked tonight. So kudos to the players and kudos to the staff for a good game plan and picking up a win when they really needed to, with their backs against the ropes. You can't get swept by Seton Hall. We still have a chance not to get swept by any team in this conference. We go at Villanova next week with all of a sudden some serious momentum. It's not a free game by any means because we lost a couple ones we couldn't have had. All right, we need to sneak up and steal a couple more. All right, Seton Hall is one, but you already had to pencil in at least 2 or 3, big time wins, and generally those are going to be some road wins in the Big East. So here's one of them. We got to get a couple more. Villanova would be one you definitely don't expect on the road, but getting that erases the Pittsburgh loss. All right, does a lot to make up for the Providence and UConn mishaps. All right, 82 to 57. Minute 54 left. Let's talk about the front court. All right. First off, it's good to see, aside from Wheeler, who I already touched on, it's good to see Soriano get a little bit confident. All right, he's starting to feel like a big guy out there. Feel like he's a presence in the paint. All right, and he made a couple of those jump hooks. He had that quick dunk early in the game. He got up off the floor really quick in the front court, made sure he got it before it got blocked, and then his defensive presence inside the paint was great. Now, Seton Hall is a physical team. They like to attack the paint. They don't really spread you out that much, and especially without Aiken, we could afford to keep him, locked up in the paint more so than against other teams so far. But he answered that bell, and Seton Hall is a huge team. Ike's huge, and they got plenty of other options. At the four and at the forwards, Roden and Kale both like to attack the glass, and Soriano was our pillar in that back there. Just protecting the paint, along with some help from NY, who had a huge couple plays throughout this game, played great overall, and Omar Stanley. Can't believe I haven't mentioned his name yet. I love that guy. I think most fans love him. I know a few fans don't love him, don't think he's a good player. I'm so impressed with his ability to keep on playing. The few mistakes he does have, he keeps on playing. All right, he can catch the ball, move his feet. He doesn't get flushed. He's got good hands. He battles like crazy. He had a couple nice drives today. Finally got to go, free at the rim for a nice dunk. And I just love the way he plays. He's a little bit undersized for the 5, but he brings so much activity in the pick and roll defense that we play, switching everything on the perimeter. It relies on your bigs to really be active and to slide their feet and to pick up men on switches. And Stanley is really, really good at that at such a young age. It's really promising. And he seems like a super teammate. He seems like he's super into the game. And even in the games where he's not getting many minutes, he's actively involved. And that's good to see. I would hate to see him not finish his career at St. John's. I love that kid. And we've only seen so much from him so far, and I'm excited to see what Pinzone can bring when he's back and healthy. Another one who's good to see, eager and excited on the bench. He doesn't seem like he's, moaning or groaning about whatever situation it is. Who knows what it could be, but he doesn't seem like he's pissed off or in a bad spot. 84-63, Seton Hall just hit a three, not a win. Hit a deep three, under a minute left. What a game. Champ didn't have it. Posh came off the bench. He brought it in a different way tonight. Didn't rely on jump shots. Got to the paint. Made things happen on rebounds. Made things happen defensively. As a group, defensively, we were great. Seton Hall's a really tough team. And Willard really takes pride in beating us for whatever reason. He always seems to have the right game plan. His guys always seem to answer their bell against us. And tonight, we were the aggressors. We came out. We set the tone. And when the game came down to a couple push-or-pull situations in the second half, we won those out. Big time plays by Mathis. A couple huge threes. That defensive steal and a dunk. Wusu didn't have it early. A couple turnovers in the first half. Played a great, solid floor game in the second half. Had a couple big offense rebounds. A couple tip-outs. A couple real solid all-around plays. Everybody contributed that played. And it's a huge win. Who knows where this can take us? But all we know is that it lets us breathe for a little while. All right, we don't have to worry about going to Villanova and falling to 2-6 in the year. All right, we get our third win. We're 3-4. We get a big time win on the road. All right, and we're headed in the right direction. Okay, but this is the type of team we expected to see. Up tempo, contributions from a lot of different guys, big guys that we brought in, Wheeler and Soriano having a presence inside. All right, so. I think guys are too eager to give up on this team. We struggled against some good teams. We battled hard against some good teams. We really only lost still one game. The Seton Hall home game, notwithstanding, which were we underdogs by 2 points against Seton Hall at home. The Pittsburgh game without Champagny, the UConn game on the road, we should have won. The Providence game on the road, we played well for 30 minutes, had a lead in the second half. Indiana, we played them tight. Kansas is freaking Kansas. We're not where I thought we would be. We're nowhere near dead in the water. All right, and I didn't think that going into tonight, and especially don't think so now after that win. Okay, we got plenty of potential to turn this thing into a successful season. A huge chance at Villanova. All right, a huge chance. You really can't go wrong. If you lose at Villanova, you lose at Villanova. Let's play well. If you win at Villanova, everybody's talking about you again. All right, and you're 500 in the Big East, and all of a sudden you've got 2 road wins against tournament teams, one top 10, 15 team in Villanova. All right, but let's not put the cart ahead of the horse. Let's build on this. All right, and it's super late. I have to be up in 3 or 4 hours. Till next time, I appreciate you guys tuning in, bearing with me for missing the last game. This is the Red Storm Rapid Reaction Podcast for Marcus Hatton. This has been Pat Kane. Peace.